back to
I'm so excited!
match 11 now.
Yeah!
Second match of our doubleheader. Got to keep the energy up. Late night commentating.
It's 8 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock, and we call that late night here. But we'll be NIU taking on another top performer in the Esports Collegiate Conference, and I believe multi-time champion. Oh, actually no, former champion, Miami University. So both. That's funny. Both years Miami, Ohio, finalist appearances at the very least in the Esports Collegiate Conference with one conference title to boot. So actually, fun fact for tonight's doubleheader, NIU has had to go against both conference champions in the last 2 years. So it's been a stacked evening, but you know, if you're new with us tonight, NIU does get that did receive a 3-0 loss to Northeastern, but you know, closer than the 3-0 scoreboard might indicate, especially against a team as tough and as dominant as Northeastern.
What are those?
So you're going to be looking to do something pretty similar against Miami University here, another tough competitor in the conference. So I wonder if they're going to stick to that Bastion comp like they did for the first point of Nepal against Northeastern, but Miami University looking a little different than we've seen in years past. Still some players on this roster, but not a complete 5-for-5 carryover from last season. So Miami University last year did get the 3-0 victory against Northern Illinois. I believe they did the year before as well. So NIU has yet to take a map off this very respectable, very robust program, especially when it comes to Overwatch. So Miami going for a bit of a interesting kind of pseudo bro comp with that May Sim. Just a ton of pressure being put out. Tuco Toro with a headshot on the Bonesaw. Opens it up just like they did against Northeastern. 2 picks for NIU.
Yeah.
Kabunga getting taken down. The stall going to be there a little bit for Miami. But I think point opening fight goes to NIU. Not a single player getting eliminated. So spirits are running high. I hear more hype up going on.
They're screaming
especially if it's the
out
first
there.
fight. First fight, a tempo setter, a narrative setter.
Yeah. I'd argue one of the most important fights of the entire match. It's just that first fight.
Absolutely. No swaps being made for Miami. They're confident that they can do the ball gets focused down. Full focus fire being put on the Racer with that Bastion shredding in damage. Immortality getting taken down, but saving enough just in time. Ultimate's almost on the board for NIU, but everyone's so low that May in the back line, and Miami's going to take this one. I may have spoken too soon. Miami's going to be able to take this, but a couple ultimates having to be committed. So actually just one. So just Simwall. So both teams have a ton of ultimates on the board. NIU hoping to break in both teams. It just feels like it's going to be a huge challenge for either team to break through. You get the Bastion on one side. If you hold that point, it's kind of hard to crack. And you got that Sim on the other side. Another tough nut to crack. So a flip is an incredible feeling if you can get it on this map. The Blizzard freezing all of NIU. Excellent timed Immortality field being placed, but the focus fire too good for Miami. Even though it was good. From flip-flop there, it's back to the drawing board for the Huskies. So Miami now taking advantage for having the higher percentage count. Hayes swapping onto that Lucio, maybe a bit more movement ability, but just opting for the spam. But that window, you see how close Racer is getting chunked down. And you know, that window there, the window plus the Sim combo. Another incredibly quick fight.
Racer just hiding.
Bonesaw gets 4 picks. Trying to make it a clean team kill, but I don't know if they're going to be able to do that just quite yet. Paul is having to swap to Widow just to get him out of the spawn. Put a little bit of pressure on. The Blizzard being committed from NIU. catches a couple people out. Is the follow-up there, though? The immortality there.
Still a big shatter.
The pin doesn't find anything. The shatter onto Kabunga, popping that annihilation, but stunned not long enough. And Kabunga, with the help of Jaybird, going to get another fight for Miami, and that's going to be point. Tokotoro getting a couple headshots. Maybe a stall. Start overtime, and actually, no, not even. So, Miami, after a bit of a shaky start, does take point 1 on Nepal, or Lijiang Tower. Nepal was last map.
Do you like Nepal? Honestly, probably one of my favorite maps in this whole game.
Just a bit of banter. New Ram
Just
Tech.
a bit of banter.
New Ramacho Tech receiving heals.
How does Ram do this? Would it be his ult, like going to that? I don't know.
So, Miami University going for that Sim TP strat, you have to imagine. Racer trying to catch it early. TP gets taken down, but not before the entirety of Miami does travel the point. So, early and easy point presence for the Red Hawks. Racer trying to find some kind of opening through all these turrets. Miami being incredibly moved to punish. Don't mind a little bit of hesitancy. Flip-flop with the pick. Onto Skirtle, Shocker, both fall down. It's a 3-on-3 right now. Kabunga is still up. I think with that, the advantage of just having the tank on your side. The point goes to Miami. It is a 2-on-2. Still technically winnable for NIU, but I think they're making the wise decision to get out.
My gift to you.
So already, Flawless almost 3/4 of the way to a pulse bomb. Kabunga working with 60%, but same thing we saw last time. Once Miami gets a point, they have yet to lose a team fight for NIU to be able to flip it back over. So I wonder if the same will be going here. Tokotoro with the pick on to May, but Miami proving strong enough. They're going to need more than just one pick to get this done. NIU committing even more resources, trying to move forward to that point. Site being cleared of those turrets. Kabunga finds Flawless. Huskies staying back a little bit to clear that point, and Annihilation is going to turn things back into the Red Hawks' favor a little bit. Shocker the pick on Eraser with the help of 4 of their teammates. And there we see Flawless going back onto that Far Mercy. I actually did a little bit of unofficial interview with Flawless between our matches, and quote from Flawless is, "I like Farah."
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him on Farah a couple times, so.
Indeed, they do like that Farah. 65% and counting for Miami. You have Railgun, maybe try to work with something, but the focus fire has been great. Another opening pick for NIU, but like I said, that has not been the issue here for NIU. They have not had issues finding opening picks. It's what they've been doing afterwards, but Kasuni Rush pushing past that wall, hoping to find something else, but Tokotoro falls down and it evens things right back up. The picks, they only get that opening pick, but Miami playing excellent as a short-handed squad. And
Boop City.
Yeah, Racer getting 2 picks, but I think Hayes actually took that environmental kill. And the beat being committed, it's now or never for NIU. Tokotoro with 2 picks. All you have is Ramacho left on point. And after a long and arduous fight, and maybe I spoke too soon, but no, never mind. After a long and arduous fight, NIU gets a team fight win.
Now the game begins.
Now you're looking at probably about 3 or 4 straight team fight wins. No ultimates on the board for NIU.
Yeah.
This is the definition of an uphill battle, but Miami swapping off that Symmetra. So not going to do any cheeky teleports to point. The Soundbeard committed. Just a little late to say Bonesaw, but just enough to get that extra engagement and tie things up. Kabunga with that Winston. I know he's been having trouble with that Winston tonight with those swaps. But Miami's going to take this one pretty cleanly. They're going to take map 1 of Nepal. Point 2 Nepal and map 1 overall. Tokotoro flinging himself to point. Not going to be enough.
He tried.
So NIU, like I said, still some things to hang their hat on, especially against a team as tough as Miami is. But they're gonna look to do something similar to map 2.
Seems Bonesaw, the wrestler from the Spider-Man trilogy, going to play the game. What if Sim could attach her turrets to teammates?
That might, you might have just leaked our new support hero. Or the newest support hero after Lifeweaver. So, yeah, Lifeweaver actually just being announced today. So those in chat, if you want to put your thoughts on what you think Lifeweaver is going to be like, I think the heals, the heals are not that great, not that strong, but their value comes from the utility.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like Lifeweaver a lot. I know people are saying they don't like the fact that he has like a grab, like a pull.
Yeah, it could pull your teammates.
I honestly love it. Like if you're trying to troll, I mean, listen, we play the game with May Walls, right? Like, if they announced a character today that could put up a giant wall that blocks everyone, including your teammates, people would be outraged. They'd be like, "Oh my God, this is so broken!" Like,
yeah, you kind of. I was having this discussion
we've seen it,
with someone before. Yeah, of can you imagine if a certain hero that was available on release was released after release?
Yeah.
I think Zenyatta with Discord Orb would be highly. It would have a far more negative reception.
You tell me they
Overwatch
take
community.
30% more damage?
Yeah, just from pressing a button. So I think.
But yeah,
Discussion going
no,
on.
I like his grab. I think it's gonna be fun. Like if someone's gonna get dead-eyed or they're in a bad position, or you want to help them out. They get pooped off the mat. You just yeet them back.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to be good if you like pull them back, so they don't just fall back in the the death hole.
Yeah, I think that those will be like very situational. I think the biggest thing that you kind of have to look at with that ability, something I didn't realize when I first saw it, is that when you get pulled, you're in that bubble and you are completely immune.
Yeah.
When you're in that bubble, so that is probably one of the best peel abilities in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen it block. It doesn't block line of sight, but I've seen it block like 2 dead eyes before. So you're standing behind that bubble. So I don't know, maybe it's a strat.
So
to
I
just
think
use it
just early theory crafting here in collaboration with our head coach. I forgot. I think you might see Lifeweaver being played with a Baptiste or an Ana, some target that can be a little more easily dovable, and then you as Lifeweaver kind of play aggressive with your team, and then if say your Ana or your Bap gets dove, you pull or you hook them in and you bring them in. As peel potential.
Yeah. I will say, he doesn't look like he heals a lot from what I've seen. I mean, he's got 1 healing ability. And that's like that's his secondary gun. Is that little healing. I'm doing you can't see, I'm doing a little gesture with my hand
of healing.
Of him just kind of like popping out these like little pus balls and throwing them at his teammates.
Yeah, it's not going to be much healing. It's less healing than Ana, and it has a slower fire rate than Ana. So you're going to look at it like a Zenyatta almost, where you don't play Zen for the heals. I think people are going to learn that pretty quickly, hopefully. Quickly is an entirely different beast.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they gave him. It wasn't just alternate forms of fire. It was an entirely different gun. I do not like switching weapons in Overwatch, I will say.
Yeah, and you're going to have to do that on Lifeweaver, which will be very interesting.
Yeah.
I have to imagine most players will probably keep it on heals just because the support brain is wired. Heals equals neuron activation.
Monkey brain, heal support, ooh, ah. Bro's platform go up.
I think the platform will be I know people have said oh, you can bring teammates up to high ground and such, but I think
would it be possible to McCree high noon and then pull or Cassidy high noon and then pull the Cassidy to you and shoot as you fly back?
I think so.
If you're if your Junkrat's ulting, you can kind of yank him out, get back, boy. How sick that's gonna be.
Yep. So
you can pull the.
I'm very interested to see, but as far as the timeline goes and the rule sets, I don't know what rule set will be, because Lifeweaver will actually become available for play in the middle of the ESC playoffs. So between the quarterfinals and the semifinals, we'll have Lifeweaver available for competitive play. So Lifeweaver coming out next week, just a week from tonight.
Crispy rat. That's Mario. You know the Mario movie comes out this Friday?
No, it comes out tonight.
Oh my!
So if anyone going to the midnight release, they're seeing it. They're seeing it tonight. So
Yahoo!
it's officially available in theaters tomorrow. I know that a Calv AMC is showing, I think, at 2 o'clock.
That is insane. Yeah, I'm in a dilemma because my girlfriend said, "Can we watch the Mario movie?" And it's like, I'm not gonna see you until like 3 weeks later. Like I don't know. I would wait.
I can't risk getting it spoiled. Who knows if maybe Bowser wins this one.
Yeah, there's no way Bowser wins. Oh,
Timeout.
yeah, Togotaro recently informed me that there's no custom line limit before the
Yes,
doors
now
open.
there isn't, but I believe.
So you gotta get all your
get it out of your system.
Get all the jitters
Get
out.
all the Andace's. Speaking of Andace's Racer, on that Doomfist, so still more of a poke kind of dive hybrid comp. You know, poke plus Genji for Miami University. NIU continuing to actually get picks and to move further into point. Flawless finds another pick onto the support line, and it's going to be a clean team fight win.
Yeah, Flawless just going absolutely insane. I thought I heard tornado sirens outside for a second.
Nope, that's just Flawless screaming.
Yep. He just does that. He gets a little excited. But
NIU's going to keep moving this cart forward. Hopefully try to string some team fight wins together. No ultimates for them online yet. Flawless inching closer towards that barrier, or that barrage rather. Bunga opting D.Va for maybe a little bit more appeal potential, giving that Far Mercy a far rougher time. Bonesaw left on 1 HP, but they're going to be able to get out, get heals. Kabunga getting taken down very low as well. So NIU able to chunk these players down to such low HP limits, but not able to finish the job. So we're still in a 5-on-5 situation there.
Oh.
But just as I say that, Flawless finds Bonesaw on that Genji, trying to find that Lucio. Skirtle gets the headshot with a couple helps from the teammates. Gets picked right back up with the res advantage. Certainly in favor of the Huskies right now. Togotaro keeps marching forward. NIU taking space so aggressively, taking such a fast pace of play. Kabunga able actually to find 2 picks right now on that cart, and actually in the blink of an eye, actually Miami takes this one. Kabunga doing an excellent job of turning things around for their team. Kabunga not gonna let that Mercy get away, but the self-destruct coming out as they pop. You know, you're in that barrage. You're stuck in place, but the res comes out. But I think if you're NIU, you kind of recuperate just a little bit, but maybe take some card space. Miami's gonna give it to you. Oh, continuing to pour in, but Genji Blade is on the board, but no Ana. It's not as lethal. Still very incredibly lethal though. Hopefully NIU has some kind of backup plan for it. The window being popped out early, so I think NIU be wise to just disengage on this one. The Blade's coming in with the sound barrier, so Genji with 700 HP and a nano and a Blade is going to be incredibly lethal as they take down Flawless. Vertical mobility be darned.
Yeah, you see Hayes just getting out of there.
Like,
I'm not fighting this.
I don't get paid enough for this.
This was it on the job application.
Bit of a tech pause here.
Wow.
We'll see what's going on, and so this is an issue from Miami, Ohio side. So fortunately, everything technically wise is working well on NIU. Looks like some issue with when I saw G-Hop, I don't know why my mind instantly went to GitHub. I'm like, what are you doing on GitHub in the middle of
Downloading some code.
Yeah, downloads to go, but no, G-Hub for the must be running some Logitech peripherals.
Classic Miami PC.
Yeah, everyone's PC acts up from time to time. Mine blue screen last week, but
Really?
we're all good now. I think it was a one-time thing.
Yeah, I've had a couple of them with mine. But you want to know? Oh, I wanted to ask you. How do you get the Alt-Tab so smooth on this computer?
I think it's because this is borderless windowed. So,
that would make a lot of sense. Anyways, we are going back.
Going back to the action, everything all good. Fortunately,
Back to our regular
another
programming.
brief tech pause. When you have those tech pauses, you're always thinking of the worst. But
Yeah, the NIU rat just came back.
NIU rat chewing on. Had a very quick flight from Massachusetts to Ohio. Skirtle finds Skirtle and Kabunga find Farmer's a duo, and it's back to the drawing board for the Huskies. Miami not giving an inch of room for NIU to keep playing this aggression, so Stagger's going to continue. Miami marching even closer to spawn.
NIU getting pushed
Aggression
back.
paying off even further than spawn at this point. Your NIU just have to just take a quick reset. Miami not just standing right outside the doors, you know, but playing incredibly close. Meteor Strike and Kitsune rush up for Miami, but Skirtle keeps NIU from getting any kind of clean 5 versus 5 team fight. But a little bit of tiny Overwatch going on in here, but it feels like Racer gets picked off before the Meteor Strike even lands.
Oh, Flawless is doing it.
Flawless. It's marching the court. I think Miami is smart enough to know what's going on.
I mean, he's getting progress, though.
Yeah, Bonesaw and Jaybird see it happening. But what if? That would have been such a clippable moment. Bonesaw getting to pick on a Flawless. The stick trying to find something. Kitsune rush right into the window, though. A huge dilemma for NIU. Kabunga and Skirtle both getting picks. And you only have a minute left to work for NIU. Almost gotten 2 full points. Tokotoro on Soja now. Racer swapping to that Reinhardt. That Genji is so incredibly low. Bonesaw. The deep like Kabunga with the 2K with the remake. Got to take a little bit of wind out of your sails, but NIU, that strong Iron Mental.
You love to see the remake get a kill.
The blade getting picked off. Flawless. Very low HP. And you're just throwing things to the wall, seeing what's going on. I think a little bit of chaos. I think such little room to breathe. You're opening yourself up to be a little more susceptible to mistakes. But I think the reason that blade was popped is Flawless is actually swapping to Cassie. So a tactical blade there. Sometimes try to get some kind of value out of an ultimate before you swap heroes. Immortality field already having to be used. Bonesaw running right behind. You're gonna have to win this off a sound barrier. Hayes gets taken down before the sound barrier gets put on, and Bonesaw with 3 picks. Tokotoro maybe trying to do a back cap of his own, but certainly going to be caught out this time.
Surrounded.
And that's where NIU's fight ends. 108.42 meters.
That's a lot of meters. 3 more loads and you have Godzilla.
Yeah. Is that true?
I think he's measured in feet, but what's the difference?
Well, hold on. We're calling the match early. You actually put 3.
Oh, I thought the round was over. My bad.
That's how much confidence we have. Oh.
Whoops. I thought that was game.
We're still 1-0.
Oh my!
This is the second map.
I am insane.
We've been
No
commentating
way.
Overwatch for a while.
I need to.
It's been a long night. Need another cup of Joe.
I need some Joe.
Keep that cup
shot.
coming. Keep that cup full. Those almost remind me of the, like the Newton.
Yeah,
the
that's
Newton
Newton's
balls.
Cradle.
They're not behaving exactly how you'd expect them to.
All right. Next time you guys have a Christmas family event,
Do
just
not
pull-
hang electrical lights right above the fire. They will
No.
melt and probably start some kind of fire. Do not do this.
Just pull up the NIU Overwatch stream and just have this playing on your TV.
So, yeah, just clip this for 30 seconds. Go get a moment of silence for the fire, for the vibes.
You're gonna moment of silence for all these gifts on the floor. Is there any like mistletoe hanging around the map?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Whoa!
Yeah, that is a mistletoe.
Whoa! There's a mistletoe other caster.
So there's so if Miami and NIU get into a team fight right around that mistletoe, they actually have to stop it and give each other a little peck.
Yeah, it's only.
But actually, so the farmer see Mirror is going to come out. We'll get some dog fighting going on. Tokotoro trying to put some pressure with that Sombra. Widow taking an aggressive angle right in the middle with the rest of the team. 4-on-5 advantage for NIU. That res.
Right.
NIU trying to put Razor everything they can into Jaybird. Not able to pick him off.
Oh my
no one else is
gosh.
shooting him. But maybe for good reason, Tokotoro taking down the heart of the team in Kabunga. That being the tank.
I just wanted to say, every time Jaybird tried to fly, Razor just punched her out of the air.
Yeah, that was quite a funny exchange. So the first fight does go in favor of the Huskies. So a little bit of a different result than Northeastern, but Racer opening themselves up to a ton of damage, and the rest of Miami follows suit. Just flip-flop in the blink of an eye. Oh, we got a trade. Hey, let's go. But the res does get put on.
Shocker is doing some
Bit of banter.
jig over there.
Things seem to be pretty friendly with the Redhawks and the Huskies.
Yeah.
At least in our pre-match lobby. So the dogfight continues.
Doomfist comes
Kabunga
out
taking
of
an
nowhere.
aggressive angle, but Bonesaw finding two. Tokotoro just like, yeah, you guys can get picks, but you're not going to move cart with me here. The pick on the Shocker. Tokotoro just trying to stall as much as they can. Shocker with the headshot. You know, that Grieco, incredibly lethal if they can land heads. So NIU's going to have to stop this cart from reaching the finish line. 4.5 minutes. They're going to have a good number of ults to at least get this fight with. Actually, 5 pretty much going to be online as the fight starts. So NIU's going to have to get a healthy rotation of ults going. It's Skirtle. Tokotoro just a second too late. Trying to engage that. Skirtle with a 3K. Cart's going to keep moving. So you're approaching last fight territory now. How much is Cart's moving and how much you have to come back. So definitely a chance for NIU to recontest here. It's not doom and gloom just yet, but they're going to have to move quickly. Tokotoro with the pick on a Skirtle, that could be exactly what they need. So they're going to take this with a man advantage. The Kitsune Rush being popped out. NIU just throw some ultimates out there. So both support ults. Oh, 4 ultimates coming out for NIU. Huge commitment and huge investment from them on this fight. I don't think you needed everything there. I think if you're Miami, you'll take this. You'll take this team fight when you get those ultimates out. So a bit of panic. You know, you hear that music as the cart inches forward, and you don't want to drop this map. So, you know, understandable to see the ultimates come out, but that leaves NIU with very little to work with this next fight. Actually, Kabunga swapping onto the Zarya. I can't remember the last time we've seen Zarya. Jaybird Hex gets found out, so the opening pick NIU needs is found. Bonesaw is found out as well, but Skirtle with the pick of their own onto Flip-Flop and with the Resurrection. I believe the fight's in the favor of Miami right now. Picks and Resurrections coming across the board, and Kabunga beaming people down, and just like that, Miami goes up to a 2-0 map advantage.
Well fought.
That
Whoa.
We've been playing Overwatch all day here. Miami University with a 21-0
Holy
21-0
crap.
lead. It's a best of 22. It's a
Or we playing Valor?
and just barely interrupted.
27.
7
health.
HP. That's rough. But
McCree's got life support right there.
NIU electing going to be picking some kind of payload map. I have a wild sneaking suspicion that it's going to be Rialto. I'm not sure though.
Let's make a bet right now. No, it's not.
Yeah, I think we both have the same prediction here of what map we're going to be going to.
If it's Rialto, I will do absolutely nothing. Yeah, that's my bet. Those are my stakes.
Huskies discussing it over, but this is definitely the most challenging night of the season if you're an NIU fan.
Yeah. So, got that Lucio bugging in the chat.
Both Lucios with some fun moments. I don't know
Yeah.
which Lucio they were referring to, but
I don't know. I love Lucio, man. He will always be like one of my favorite heroes.
got that Valorant talk coming out.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Valorant. Let's just say I'm the best omen in North America.
Yeah, I'm the best brimstone in a 25 square foot radius of me right now.
Wow. That's impressive.
Actually, I'm not even sure if I'm confident in that. I'm pretty sure your brimstone's probably beats mine.
Oh, I'll play Brimstone. All I know is that he's very cheesy. And if you spam his molly really fast, it makes a really loud noise that hurts your teammates' ears.
Like if you just like queue up his ability.
Yeah, if
You
you're just like
pull it out,
mashing the
keep going
scroll
away.
wheel and the Q, you just pull out your molly all the time.
So why don't we take a quick breather here while we wait for both teams to discuss what map to go on. So we'll be back in just a minute for map 3 of NIU versus Miami. All right, we are coming back, and surprise, surprise, we're going to Rialto. So Miami, electing to start on defense because they did win last map. So, for those who may be new to ESC play, if you lose a map, then you get to pick the next map out of the map pool for the map type that is allotted, and the team that won previously gets to pick which side they want to start on. So Miami opting for that defense. They want to set the bar for themselves of how much they have to push to get the 3-0 victory here, but NIU doing everything in their power to make sure that that's not the case.
Yep.
Actually, while we have a chance, while we have a minute, right before we get started into things. Let's see.
Wanna play Kahoot?
Yeah, let's see how things shaped up. Oh, my computer turned off. Let's see how things turned up around the conference.
Welcome to Rialto. Initiating.
Yep, back at it. We went in that side of the building earlier, but what about here?
So around the
What?
conference, Western Michigan gets a 3-0 victory against Kent State. Central Michigan 3-0 takes down Akron. Miami, right before this, for their match with us, they had a doubleheader as well. So they got a 3-0 victory against Kent State. And the University of Ohio taking down Toledo.
Boy. Interesting matches.
Are we actually going to get a Roadhog here?
What'd you do if we just sat right next to each other in
This is cozy.
Rialto?
Too bad there's going to be probably, you know,
A war.
a complete war going on right next to us. As long as we got our earplugs, we'll be okay.
A little winery here? How quaint. I think Tokato's gonna be emoting for me.
They're invisible in spawn.
5,
What?
4,
What is he hiding from?
1.
So Miami going for a very interesting comp. Lucio Zen, so almost 0 heals. As far as healing comps go, probably the worst healing comp you can run, but I think if Miami plays this fast enough, they're going to make it work. But the Sim...
Racer just sits on top of Sim.
Yeah, so Miami's running something a little interesting here. So the Roadhog, Zen, Lucio. But I think a couple positional mistakes NIU capitalizes on. Cart's not moving though, but the team fight is in their favor. Just inch further along, hook misses from Kabunga. Cart continues to crawl forward.
Lucio's in the sky.
Yeah, Lucio's just permanently floating, but Shocker actually finding the pick on a Racer, so that Discord Orb proving to be incredibly lethal. Tokutor trying to find an opening, maybe? Trying to catch that Zenyatta off guard, but...
Should we go for
Great.
the kill?
Yeah, Shocker, they get just a couple headshots and a Discord is going to be all they need. Oh.
Oh.
Shocker knows it's coming. Jaybird is proven to be a distraction. Jaybird almost...
Oh, we're back to the battle.
wall ride. Trying to find something, but Tokutor going to get out.
There's a hell. There's a area
Yes,
back there.
yes, there is.
I did not know that.
Because no one ever really has team fights there. I don't think Blizzard expected that, but as we say that, Miami inching closer in. Wallace does get a pick on a bone saw. Scroll down, so the DPS line is down for Miami right now. Tokutor continuing to move the cart, almost finding the pick on the Shocker. Kabunga going to cause a little bit of trouble for them. Shocker left so incredibly low. Kabunga finds it.
That magic
Jaybird is still in.
nuts.
Jaybird just having the time of their life while riding here.
Oh, he's won.
Jaybird left incredibly low. But they're just going to heal up, ride some walls. The Transcendence from Miami going to make it incredibly hard for NIU to shred through it. Ultimate's being poured in from Miami. An EMP from Tokutor does land 3, and Anti finds even more, and that could be exactly what NIU needs to get this fight.
Now, did you see that? Did Flawless miss that Deadeye, or was that the bug?
I have no idea. My eyes were drawn on the 3 or 4 person Anti that Flip-Flop was able to land.
Oh,
Ooh, Hayes wins the support duel.
you mean DPS now?
Yeah, Miami going for the stall comp to get the ball to get back incredibly quick with the speed boost from Jaybird as well. They're going to take this cart right back, so not a cap of the point for NIU just yet. They're going to need another clean team fight to do that, but a little bit better position that we were before, but Skirtle with that infrared sight, they have the information of everyone of NIU's position. But that ultimate is now ended. NIU going to try and make something work. It looks like Miami playing so incredibly spread out, just as Northeastern did. The Racer trying to find something on a Shocker, finds a pick, but as that happens, oh, Tokutor and Flawless both with a pair of headshots, so it's actually a 3-2 advantage right now make that 2-2. Cart's crawling forward. Racer, you just have the ball to take care of. Self-destruct to ensure they get it back. Racer gets the pick on the
Clutches
Kabunga.
the
I
point.
don't think the stalls are going to be in for it. And NIU caps. Nice work
That was
from
last
the
second,
Huskies.
too.
And last second, throwing everything at the wall.
Yeah.
Including Diva Bomb. Racer. So Miami Ohio opting for the Torbjorn fun here. Racer gets the pick on the Shocker, so the comp I can't say I've ever seen on Rialto here, that being the Zen Lucio Tor. But Miami making it work to the best of their abilities. The sound barrier a little bit late, doesn't save Kabunga, but I suppose just stall out Card just a little more. Utoro finds the pick on the Bonesaw. Another fight towards the Huskies. Kabunga similar to what they did on Kings Row, opting for some kind of opting for Zarya. Jaybird going with a bit of a larger source of heals with the Baptiste. Skirtle onto that Cassidy. So double hit. Oh.
Say, NIU, do your ult advantage here.
So if they do anything, it's Flawless getting caught out from Bonesaw.
Oh.
Tokotoro with quick double headshots to move things past. Tokotoro improved so much on that DPS over the course of this season. Transcendence going to keep Miami up nice at full HP, but the nano boost onto Racer going to try and make something. Have to burn that immortality field. The Zarya bubble protecting their teammates. Racer does have a Diva self-destruct to fall back on. That Baptiste so incredibly low, but with that high ground potential. Tokotoro, coach gunning up to find the pick on the Jaybird. The Bob shredding damage. Focus fire is going to have to be put on Bob for a little bit if you're Red Hawk. But Zarya is still living in that back line. Almost taken down. The Graviton Surge being used. Finds Flip-Flop. And the can't finish it out. Tokotoro says, I may get picked off, but it's not going to be an environmental kill.
Dude, he was playing a fighting game right there.
He was struggling. He was
playing
up out of his chair,
Smash
but
Brothers.
just like that, only one team fight left for the Huskies on this attack. And maybe try to catch out Jaybird in that back line. So you don't have to worry about a Graviton Surge. Kabunga committing that last fight, but Kabunga providing value even without ultimates. Opening pick on a Flawless, a sound barrier up. A Jaybird just chilling in that back line, having the time of their life. But I don't think NIU touches here, so the attack ends there. It's certainly winnable if you're a fan of the Huskies.
Yeah, I mean, NIU with a good push. Obviously not all the way when you want it, but still pretty good.
Initiating match.
Oh, these poor chairs. How does that happen?
You have to, I guess you have to lift up the table and intentionally slide that chair leg in there.
Waiter.
I haven't seen a single employee work here for years. This is good. This is not getting a great.
Littering?
There's trash on the ground. Yeah, this is not getting a good Yelp review.
Wait till my lawyer hears about this.
Ready for battle.
I think this building is used for.
Almost looks like a hotel or like an apartment building. You got like the mailboxes behind the desk. I think it's a hotel for sure.
Oh yeah.
With the key rings for your.
You think we could find the name? Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Grand Hotel
La
La.
Serenisima.
You said that much better than I would.
And I still don't know if it's correct.
Well, it sounds about right.
So, NIU holding close. They're going to try and get as many team fights in as they can. The quick setup from Miami, Ohio on that Bastion. Actually, Bastion going to the bridge. Lucio with the Bastion on the flank. So NIU diverting all their attention towards that front line, but they're going to have to beware of that Bastion pouring damage in from behind. They really got, NIU has nowhere to go. They're sandwiched in right now.
Attack now.
Racer, I think we finally pick on the both sides. Say that was probably target number one. Skirtle taking shots from spawn. So NIU still able to hold aggressively. He's about 30 seconds off that clock. Cart still has not moved an inch. Jaybird and Pat going for the same flank. See if they're able to get away with it. Poke is still coming in. Shocker finally opening something up. Flip flop, pick on a Skirtle, so it is a 4-on-4. Obviously, respawn advantage towards the Redhawks. Continues to get picked, so.
Yeah, this aggression from NIU right now, it's unlike anything I think we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, they're holding in spawn.
Miami's trying out some interesting strats here. The Graviton beat counteracts it not before. Puppet's able to fall. Cart's still not moving. NIU beating a good bit of time off the clock.
Wow. Racer's putting in work on this point.
Bonesaw trying to get some kind of opening pick for their team here, but NIU sticking strong, being that anchor on that first point. Only 5 meters now for Miami, Ohio. Wallace could be looking for this. Death Blossom finds 1, finds 2. This cart's not going anywhere, folks.
This is odd. Like
This
it
very
is
odd.
working
Skirtle,
though,
yeah,
which is
Skirtle swapping off. I think maybe a little more traditional picks, a little more traditional DPS. Maybe they're not going to try for flanks anymore. But trying to find someone opening. Racer the pick on his Skirtle immediately. So NIU is holding them in their spawn right now. Still.
This is not an outcome I would have predicted.
And another Graviton surge up, but they're not going to be able to use it to beat. Shocker actually finds 2 with damage arm, so the poke from Miami proven to be very lethal. Shocker finds a ton with Coalescence, so Cart finally gets to be moving, but
Shocker showed them meta, I guess you could say.
only a minute left on the board. For
I
the
mean,
Huskies.
such an effective hold from NIU, because
Yeah.
1 minute with all this distance, like that's...
Even if they do cap, it's only a minute 30 added to the clock, so we're only looking at about a little over 2 minutes here for the entirety of Miami to have to push the rest of this part. But see if they're able to do it. NIU taking early aggression, trying to find some picks.
Almost
Jaybird left incredibly low, flawless, finding the pick for Racer. Racer left so incredibly low, but the heals are coming in. Kotaro is down, so it is a 4-on-3, but I think Miami's going to respect this. We only have 1 team fight left. And they're trying to send this to a map 4.
I'm not saying much right now, I'm just kind of watching, see what happens. This is intense.
I'm fascinated. So the sound barrier from NIU keeping everyone alive. A high noon from Bonesaw doesn't find anybody. Both players still have 5 alive. Racer getting taken for a ride up in the sky.
Oh, that's a big pick.
Securing the pick on the Jaybird. The Graviton Surge into that Kitsune Rush. And the Coalescence plus Grav combo plus Focus Fire is going to be enough for Miami to keep this cart moving. So very last second, almost for NIU getting that map win against such a dominant team in the conference.
Yeah, again, it's an accomplishment getting to overtime, right?
So
So
about 2.5 minutes left. For NIU. Opt to take this high ground here. Give that Widow as much of a disadvantage as possible. Death Blossom online. So is Annihilation. Trying to make something happen. Card has been moving all this time while NIU's been getting set up. So this is last fight territory for NIU. Ball is trying to find some kind of pick. Finds 1. Sound barrier for the Redhawks coming out, trying to keep everyone alive. Bunga with a pick, trying to make it 2. Finds 2 on the flip-flop. The ultimate being popped out. Racer's
aggressive.
Racer suffering.
They're suffering as he has.
Yes, he has. But Kabunga finds 2, so it's literally just on Flawless to stop this cart right now. Flawless and Flip Flop. The double F combo, so Cart's getting incredibly close to getting in. Widow's going to take a little bit of an aggressive angle here.
Ball's just staring at that Venom Mine.
So that Widow using hook shot forced out, but I don't think there's a consistent target for focus on NIU right now. The bubble being used to save that. Jaybird with the poop on the haze, so we're back to a 4-on-4 fight. Still high noon from Bonesaw on that Cassidy. Kitsune Rush online, gonna have to burn it right away, but yet again the grab right into the Kitsune Rush. And right now, Racer able to sustain that much damage, but it's not going to be for long. Bonesaw taking them down with the high noon. And Miami's going to march this card in. Toko Toro maybe tries to find a little consolation prize with the pick there. And Moira right in their face. Hey, they got the Moira. But Miami, Miami with the 3-0 victory against NIU. So NIU, I believe, now is sitting at a 5-6 record, hoping to, I believe that's right. Hoping to finish with a victory against Buffalo. We'll have some updates. I know playoffs are still in the cards. I think it still might technically be up in the air, but I think NIU is still in a pretty comfortable position for playoffs. But nonetheless, only one game left on the board. That is Buffalo next week. And as I said a couple times throughout the season, there's really 3 games that are gonna define NIU's season, and that's Kent State, that's Western Michigan, and then that's Buffalo. So the last of the 3 kind of season-defining games, kind of teams that have all given each other a run for their money, takes place 1 week from tonight, 7 p.m. Central, and we're looking forward to it. And afterwards, if applicable, if we do qualify, we go right into esports collegiate playoffs. So a chance for a nice program, for a nice academic year at NIU. 3 out of 4 teams, potentially with a playoff clinch with our Rocket League and Valorant team qualifying in the fall. So,
oh boy.
By the way, so good game to Miami, Ohio. Seemed to be pretty friendly, and but obviously a very very tough competitor. But I think NIU both games tonight, you have a little something to hang your head on. And something to look back at and be proud of. These team fight wins, these point captures against teams that are
really good,
are admittedly at a much higher skill level than you are just on paper. But I know you're proving that it's not just on what's on paper that matters. There's a lot more factors that come into it than just your solo queue MMR.
Like
so
the power of friendship.
The power of yeah, it's not about the wins. It's about the friends we made along the way. And
real.
It's been that and then some for tonight. So I'm signing off. Alex with my co-commentator Nick. Hope everyone has a fantastic evening and take care.
Bye, everyone.